be written in a passage. So that we will see today. Uh, I think we can start with the class. So I hope 42 people have come. So I think you can see see a blank page.
Yes, sir.
So the topic is learn. Learn means time. Okay, hour. So learn, the pronunciation is learn or learn. So whenever you want to ask a question to someone, what is the time? What time is it? Okay. So anything is acceptable in English grammar part. So to ask a question regarding the time, you have to start with kel or et il. So how do you pronounce ESTIL?
Ethel.
No, no. I just want. How do you pronounce ILEST?
Ile.
Il A. So here I am pronouncing as et il because of the inversion and the pronunciation of this T because of this I. Kel or et il. What time is it? What is the time? Anything. Okay. So whenever you reply to a time or when you write in the written script in your exam or wherever you want to write the time, you have to start with il A. So this is mandatory. So il A should not be left out. Whenever you write the time, it is mandatory to tell or to write il A. If these two words are missing, the entire text is wrong in the written part. Asking what is the time, you can say just like 9 o'clock 5 minutes, 9:05 or 9:06. But in French, when you write, you have to write il est neuf heures dix, il est neuf heures cinq. So likewise, you have to start with il and a. These two are important. So if you are not writing this, the entire sentence is wrong. So keep that in mind. So there are two ways to tell the time. One, 12 hour, another one is 24 hours. Okay. So 12 hour, when you use 12-hour timing, it is mandatory to mention AM and PM. AM and PM. So AM in French normally written as du matin. PM du. The position of these two AM and PM will be used at the end of the sentence. Suppose you want to say 9 AM. Il est 9 heures du matin. 9 PM. Il est 9 heures du soir. So am I clear? So these two will be used whenever you use the time 12 hours. So keep that in mind. One. Second one, if you split the clock in two ways, okay, the number starts with 1 and 29, 30, 31, and 59. If you are going to use the time in 24 hours clock or in 12 hours clock, there is a different way of to tell the time in French. There are two ways. One, you can directly tell. Another one, you can just minus from the previous number, which we will see it in the following. So first we will start with 1 o'clock. I'm not mentioning AM or PM. Just wait a minute. So 1 o'clock, you have to start with il a un er. So here I have written the time. Er is feminine gender, and une. Because of this, I have written une. So normally number one will be un. Since it reflects a feminine gender, I'm using a feminine form of the number one for the number one. The rest of the numbers are common. It goes with masculine as well as with the feminine. So il a un er. So if it is am, you have to write due mata 1 am. If it is pm, you have to write due swar. This is 1 o'clock in the morning or in the evening or in the afternoon. So this is what you have to learn how to write the time. Number two, 2 o'clock. Again, I'm not mentioning AM or PM. So we'll start with il, a, does, er. Il, a, does, er. So here I have written er with an S. Does, er. So here I have written without S, and for number two and onwards, 2, 3, 4, any number, it will be, keep that in mind. So except number one, you have to write S for the hours. Il, a, does, er. So am I clear with this?
Sir,
Why have you written 2 o'clock for one side?
Sorry?
You have written yours in yes, no, sir, for 2 o'clock.
Yes.
Why you have written? Sir?
See, number one is singular, number two is plural. You can take it in a simple logic. Okay. So any number after one, okay, it is many are there. Two numbers, three numbers, okay, and so on. That's why we have written yes for here. So the pronunciation does not change. Ille uner or ille tuner, ille dozer, ille troiser, ille quatre. So it goes on. The only the spelling changes in the earth format. So now 2 o'clock, 15 minutes. So listen carefully. So for 15, you can write in different ways. Okay, so one, does, hands. So it is, I've written the time directly in 2 o'clock, 15 minutes. There is no minutes in French. Okay, so no need to mention minutes. So it is understood the number which ends are referring to the minutes. So il est 2 heures 15, or you can write this cans or replace with a car. So car means quarter. Il est 2 heures a car. So you either you use cans, or whenever you use a new word for the numbers, use the conjunction et. You guys got it? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So il est 2 heures 15 or il est 2 heures a car. So both are correct. Now the same thing. Suppose it is 3 o'clock 30 minutes. Il est 3 heures demi, or you can write this demi as 30. 30 refers to the half, 30 minutes. il est 3 heures demi, il est 3 heures 30. Okay, so il est 3 heures demi, il est 3 heures et 30. So these are the numbers starting from 1 to 30. So any number falls for the minutes, you can use the direct number or any two different numbers for number 15 and 30. So this will be the timing. So now numbers starting from 31 to 59 we are going to look. So that is a different way to tell the time. So I just want to confirm everyone that you guys understood these so far. So numbers, whatever is pronounced here, okay, the time.
Sir,
Are you clear with it?
excuse me, sir. So when you put demi, do we have to put a before?
Yes, not necessarily, but whenever you write, it is referring that you are telling half. Okay,
Okay, sir.
you are using et. Not necessarily. You can write trouser demi or trouser a tron. Trouser a demi also you can write. So et is just a reference. Okay, so I've just used for these two alone because we are using a new term for that alone. The rest remains same.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So now the numbers which are going to keep this in mind, view mata and view swar should be used at the end of the sentence. Any number after end of the sentence you have to use it for AM and PM. So in your exam, it will be clearly mentioned whether it is 12 hour or 24 hours. So you have to be reading the time. So both the time will be given, the 24 or the 12 hour. But based on the question, you are going to use. So now the numbers starting from 31 to 59, the minutes. Suppose the question is like this: 4 o'clock, 45 minutes. So we'll start with il est 4 heures 45. What is 45 in French? What is 45?
Karan Singh.
45. 45. Guys to go with the exact number, but know it. Okay, if it is going to be a written exam, offline description exam, I prefer you guys to go with the exact timing when you are going to write the time in French, because most of the students will make a mistake, the other version of the telling the time. So in a 4 heures 45, it is 4 o'clock 45 minutes. The other way, or normally the French person used to tell the time is, so they used to start with il est. This also used in English also. 5 heures, 5 heures moins le quart. So what is quart?
Quarter.
Quarter
15
or
minutes.
15 minutes. Yes. So it is 5 o'clock minus quarter. That is 15 to quarter to 5. You can use cans. So 5 o'clock minus quarter of 15. And when you will use all these MOA logic, minus logic, the number starting from 31 to 59. Remember that. So if the time is 4:30, don't say 5 o'clock minus 30 minutes. That is not accepted. That is completely wrong. So this is what the time is about. So 4:45 or 4:50, il est 5 heures moins le 10. So likewise, numbers starting from 31 to 59, you have to use this logic. Now, getting back to 24 hours time, So same time 4:45 will use. The answer will be il A. So 4 o'clock in 24 hours. What is 4 o'clock in 24 hours? How do you say that?
So evening, then 16.
16. So says per 45. Ille Caesar Clarenc. If it is going to be like this logic, you will write 17 heures moins le quart. 17 heures moins le quart. So all you're going to do is you're just going to replace the normal number with the 24 hours. Okay, 16, 17, 18. So if it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, how will you write? 1 p.m. If the time is given like this, 1 p.m., how do you write?
Sir, il est 13.
Yeah, you can write il est 13 heures. Okay, il est 13 heures. Suppose the question is given like this. Okay, exactly. You go with like this. Il est une heure du soir. Both are correct. Normally, when you are going to use 13, the time will be asked like 13.00. The exact number will be asked in your exam. I'm talking about your point of exam point of view. So I hope you understood the time. Very simple. So now two more timings are there. Okay, so that also we will see it. So 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock in the morning and 12 o'clock in the midnight. That is afternoon and midnight. So 12 noon. Normally 12 p.m. Okay, 12 noon is called in French as le. So when you're using the term midi, it refers exactly number 12. So if I'm going to give the time as 12 o'clock, uh, 20 minutes, 12:20, you can write il est midi 20. Il est midi 20. So don't write le midi. So it is written as il est midi 20. It is 12 o'clock, 20 minutes. Or you can write as 12 20. Il est 12 heures 20. Now 12 a.m. that is 0 hours. It's called as le minuit. M-I-N-U-I-T. Minuit means midnight, 0 hours. So if it is time is going to be same, 0 hours 20 till a minuit. Ma. So when you use these two, no need to mention AM and PM. It's understood only if you are writing number 12. It is mandatory to mention du soir. Otherwise, no need. Il est 12h20 du soir. You guys are clear with this? Yes? No?
Yes, sir.
Yes, no doubts in that, right? So anybody has any doubts in the timings? No, no one has that. So now I'll give you 10 numbers of timings. So what you're going to do is you're going to tell the time, all the possible way of giving the time. Okay. So let me write, and I will call out the names. Only those students are expected to answer. Others can write down the answer and keep it with you. You can check your answers. So number one will be, so whatever number I'm giving, you just go with the numbers. Okay. So don't use another logic. Okay. Whatever numbers you're written. Okay. For example, number 12 is given. Go with number 12. That is in the noon. I'm going to give the time in 24 hours clockwise. 24 hours. I want you guys to write in 24 hours logic, the minus term. Okay. Quarter to 5, like that. Number two. So I think, is it visible? So start writing the time in 24 hours clockwise. So if it is going to be 7 o'clock, you have to write Sether. No need to mention AM and PM. So whatever the number is given, you can go with the same.
Sir, we should write the number in 24 hours format.
Yes, yes, 24 hours format.
Sir, what is second one, sir? 10:20 or 10, sir?
10, 10.
Okay.
Finished? Guys, finished? If you are finished, please let me know. We'll start with today. We'll start with H, alphabet H. Okay, Ash. H, Raj, number 259. Number 259, not there. Okay, absent. They have joined the class but not responded. Number 360, Ash. Ash, ja. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, Ash, ja. No, again, he's not there. Okay, Emma Priya. Emma Priya. If you are not responding, you will be marked absent. Okay. So some student urged network issue. Okay.
Hi.
Sorry.
Sir, my sir,
Okay. Ibia Nayak. Ibia Nayak. not
sir.
there?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Please start with the first one.
So just a second.
You should have completed by now. Make it fast, guys. We have to complete the another portion also.
Um, sir, L est quel hur hure.
Il A.
L a quel hure.
No. You should not ask the question. You should tell the answer. I have given a number 8 o'clock. So just tell the time in French. That's it. So how do you tell time number 8 o'clock? That's all.
L est hut hure.
Yes. Il A. So write the pronunciation. Il A. Huit
Huit hure.
heures.
Her.
Huit heures. Fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Heure.
So Prakash. K. Prakash.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Second one, please. Make it fast, guys. Okay. We have other topic also.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Not that
Heure.
difficult. Il A.
Heure.
Dix. Dix. Dix.
These are these. Why do you say ure?
Yes,
What
sir.
is ure? Her, okay?
Sir,
How
okay,
do you
okay.
pronounce her? Keep that in mind, but little bit slight difference will be there. These are these. So in your oral exam, time will be there. So keep the pronunciation correctly. It's not that the numbers are correct. So pronunciation must be correct. So next one, next student after Prakash is Pavitra. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Il est ons
Yes.
her a Vinjit.
Owns her van. Okay, no need et.
Okay, sir.
Okay, et not must. You can write, no need to.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you,
Il
sir.
owns her van. Fine,
Okay.
thank you. Next is after Pavitra,
Thank you, sir.
Kanish. Yes, okay, next 1205.
Il a
Yeah,
midi va
Viti,
va.
van. You want to say?
Sorry.
Ah.
Sir. Will be SCINQ, sir.
How do you pronounce that?
Sank.
Yeah, sank. Perfect. Okay, you can write those are sank, but if you are writing those, okay, it's normally they used to write due swar. So it is better to use Nidhi. Okay, next person after Ganesh, Kavi Priya.
Yes, sir.
Yes, next number.
Il est quatre
Katra.
et quatre.
Katra means number
Yes, sir.
4. I have written 14.
One second.
Quatorze.
Katos, yes. Katos.
Quatorze et quatre.
Why car, okay. Katos, a car.
Car.
CAR, okay. How do you pronounce car? Voiture, okay. Then the four-wheeler, car. Keep that same pronunciation. Or cans. Next, Krishna Reddy, I think. Yeah, Krishna Reddy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, next number, please.
Il est dix-sept heures 35.
Okay, you will write, use the another form. What you said is correct. If this Tronsank is correct, I want another form, that is minusing from another number.
Which one, sir?
I told you, right? Minus from the previous number. Okay, 25 minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes for 6 o'clock.
Queen.
So
Illes Queen's hours.
no, ile these meters
Oh, okay.
moi
Okay.
le
15.
va sang. Why 15? So 35, right? You should complete the rest of the numbers.
I thought 1435, sir.
1735. So Vincent. So ile 18 moi le Vincent. Okay, next person. Kritika.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Il est, moi, her, moi.
Il est per 1. See, 20. Okay. So here what you said is correct, but here you should pronounce this T. Il est 20.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, after Kritika, Lashmi Mohan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, number 2230.
Il est
J.
22.
Okay.
So should I say demi?
Yeah, you can tell.
A demi.
Vanders a demi.
Oh, okay, sir.
You missed okay. Vanders a demi or Vanders tron.
Okay,
Both are
sir.
fine. Okay, who's next?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Il est minute, moi,
Yeah.
5.
Perfect. Il est minuit, moi, le 5. Okay, moi, le 5. So that is midnight, 12 o'clock, 24 hours minus 5 minutes. Exactly. And now, after, who was the last person? Madhuvan?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Il est minuit 5.
Yes. Il est minuit
5.
5. Perfect. So now I just want to confirm this. Okay, thank you, Madhuvan. Number 24. Okay, so that is 24 hours. There is no 24 hours. Okay, so you should use minuit only. It is time is given as 0:05. So don't use 0 hours 05. So don't say the time as ille 0 or sang. Normally try to avoid that. So use the word minvi. So I believe everybody understood the timings perfectly.
Sir,
So
what is mini, sir? Means
min,
minute.
midnight 0 or 12 o'clock.
Okay, sir.
So Kellarethil. Mantono. Kellarethil. You understand the question? What, guys, you don't understand the question or thinking for the answer?
So can you repeat the question?
Mentono, Keller, Ethyl. Keller, Ethyl. You know the question.
So what
Just now.
time is it?
Yeah. Now what time is it? What's the time?
Sir, il et nef are
Okay.
43.
43. Okay. Il.
43.
Okay. No, it's not il et. It's il a. Okay. Only in the question it will be et. When you reply, it is a. Alphabet A. So il est 43. Perfect. Okay. So I believe you guys understood how to tell the time. So the next part of today's class, I think we have completed all your portions for your CT2.